more than all riches, Jesus is better, make my heart believe. I have a sneaky suspicion. I wonder if your goal in life is just to make life pleasing. I want you to sit back and really think about this. I wonder if our goal in life is just to make life pleasing. As though we are willing to do whatever it takes, we're willing to sacrifice whatever we have to in order for life just to be comfortable. And then when life is not comfortable, we struggle with what is God up to. Why? Because the whole aspect of our vision for life is so that life would be pleasing. I ask you this. I wonder if I can paint a picture for you, and if you could just honestly ask in your heart, if you could have this without Jesus, would you be okay? Okay? That's what I want to know. I want to paint a picture for you and ask your heart is, if you could have this without Jesus, would you be okay? If I could give you a life where you didn't have to worry about anything, so there would be no worries in life. I wonder how many of you would be okay if I could give you a life described by these words: ease, comfort, and security. You know, if life were easy, if life were comfortable, and life were secure, would you have achieved all of life? Now, how do we know if this is true? All you got to do is go back and look at the last few weeks or months of your living and ask, has that been your primary goal? To make life easy, comfortable, and secure? Is that what it's all been about? You know, we who live in a very terse age, an age of where we have media outlets providing for us every evil on every corner at the drop of our hat, where we now have phones that provide us instant news feeds of all the evil around us. I wonder if I could just tell you that everything's going to be okay, you would have life, this life would be secure, would you be okay? Where your country, where the President, Congress, House of Representatives, and Senate, and all the people on the Judiciary Committee are all of your party affiliation. I wonder if you would just, man, we have it now. Where all that's true, and the team of your choosing, whoever you rooted for this week, would win the national championship undefeated by crushing everyone 45-0. I wonder if I'm stepping on a little bit of proverbial toes here, where you could say, in comparison to everybody else, you know what? I have it pretty good. Where everyone in your house has a sleep number bed. Where on your days of rest you can lounge around with great comfort. You can indulge in food anytime you wanted. You would be able to go to a refrigerator and you would be happy because you have food in there. And meat, you can eat meat anytime you wanted to eat meat. And drink, you could have your wine, you could have your best drinks, your cupboard would be full of food and wine. You can write and play music. You're a poet and didn't know it. When you gather for events, you can say how well you're doing and how well you have it. So I want you to stop with me, because this is a hard message. Is the life you're trying to create? Is this the life you want? Just the life where everything can be comfortable and easy, where I can have everything that I want it. Now, go back a couple of months in your own history, in your own life, and I don't have to, you see, this is what's good about being a preacher. You can kind of throw this stuff out there and just let it sit, right? Because go back in the last few months and ask, is that really what your life has been working towards? You know what the definition of a vision is, right? A preferred future. So what's your preferred future? What is the one thing that you're striving for and you're striving to create for your life? So if you're in here and you're like myself, when I first started that, I was like, man, that kind of describes me sometimes, you know. Just don't make me uncomfortable. Don't give my kids something to fear. Don't make it unsecure. I don't like those things, right? Now I want to ask you an even deeper question. What if the life you're striving to create is the life God hates? Some of you may very well in this room say, you know what? I will give whatever it takes. I will give it all if necessary. And then you got that little thing in the back of your head, right? That little out that we all give ourselves. Come on, but is it really necessary? I mean, when Jesus told that guy to sell all he had and give to the poor and then follow him, Jesus was kind of being rhetorical, right? Was that all really necessary? And here's what we do. We come to a book and we discover a book written to 8th century BC. 8th century BC. In a little community called Palestine, Israel. Northern part, it wasn't even to the whole people, it was just to the northern part. Has strangely eerie application to 2017 Pensacola American culture. Amos brings a word from God to a people who are marked by a degenerative disease. A degenerative disease, listen to me, ladies and gentlemen, that ought to shame us. A degenerative disease that ought to make us not desire this more than it does. But much like pride, we are often equipped to see it in the lives of others, but we find it difficult to see in our own lives. It's a degenerative disease that if we don't understand the prognosis, if we don't understand the diagnosis, we will never understand the prognosis. Are you ready for the disease? It's one word: complacency. How does a complacent person come to see they're complacent? How does a prideful person come to see these prideful? I think that's one of the difficult things in all this world to do. To have a prideful person who isn't really interested in finding out whether they're prideful to see that they're prideful. I think Dante was onto something. Now, I don't believe in the 5 rings of hell, but I believe the level of hell, but I believe Dante was onto something. He said that the 5th level was the one of pride. I think there's something there for us to think about. Ladies and gentlemen, when we fail to see that things provided to us is given to us, we may give glory to God who gave them. We short-circuit God's purpose for those things we have. So I come to you this morning and I say, it is lovely, it is beautiful that we have the privilege to gather this morning, to worship together as a group of people in a free country that God has given us this tremendous gift and privilege. However, ladies and gentlemen, let me say this. But we will only glory in the fact that God has somehow in His mercy and grace drawn us together for another day. Have we